So on the digestive system, we are going to look at the digestive enzymes. When we talk about the digestive enzymes, we're talking about those are compounds or substances in the body that are generally proteins. They are proteins. They are catalysts. That is, they help to speed up chemical reactions in the body. That is, the reactions in the body which will have been slow with the help of or with the assistance of enzymes, they help to speed up such reaction. And after they are speeded up or facilitated or enhanced the reaction, they are not used up. That is, they still remain there. They still remain the way they are. And they're highly specific. When we say that they're highly specific, we're trying to say that you have particular enzyme for particular reaction. An enzyme that is responsible for catalyzing or responsible for acting on a particular reaction, maybe that is responsible to convert, let's say, starch, a particular form of starch, like cooked starch as we have it in the mouth, cannot, to convert it in the mouth to cooked starch to metals, cannot act and convert, cannot act on protein. So that's what we mean by when we say that they're highly specific. Now, what do we mean by digestive enzymes? Digestive enzymes are proteins, just like we have ordinary enzymes, and they are the enzymes that are present in the digestive tract. That is, they are present in the digestive system, and they help to speed up the process of breaking down food substances into the form that could be absorbed, that could be taken up by the body. And after the breaking down, after the reaction, after the digestion, they remain unchanged. That is, they remain unchanged after the reaction. So we are going to look at different digestive enzymes, and we're going to look at what they do, that is, what they act upon, the food that they act upon, and where they are found. So let's look at those ones, the enzymes in the digestive system. The first one that I have here is salivary amylase. Salivary amylase is found or is secreted by the salivary gland and is found in the saliva. It helps to break down or to convert or to pound out starch, cooked starch, that is the starch that has been cooked. So it converts it to maltose. Then the next one is pepsin. Pepsin is actually found in the or as gastric juice in the is found in the gastric juice, which is being secreted in the stomach, and it helps in the breaking down of protein to peptides and to amino acid. Now we have gastric lipase. We have gastric lipase that is being secreted in the gastric juice in the stomach, and it helps to break down fat, converting fat to diglyceride and fatty acid. Then we have pancreatic amylase. You know, pancreatic amylase, because if you look at it there, you see that we have two enzymes that enzymes amylase. But the first one that I mentioned, which is salivary amylase, is different from the pancreatic amylase. The pancreatic amylase is secreted in the pancreas, while the salivary amylase is secreted in the saliva. So the pancreatic amylase helps in the conversion of starch to maltose. The starch that it converts here are the starch that are not cooked, mostly that are not cooked. That's what we mean by remaining starch. Then we also have a pancreatic lipase. Pancreatic lipase is the lipase that is found or that is being secreted by a pancreas. It also helps to emulsify fat. That is, it's going to put the fats together and convert them to fatty acid and glycerol. You know, if you remember here, that pancreas is actually one of the associated organs of the digestive system. That is, it is not actually part of the tract, but it becomes part of the tract when the enzymes are secreted in the pancreas. They flow through the pancreatic duct into the digestive system so that the actions will take place. And you know, they flow there and they empty their content into the small intestine. We have the next one, which is referred to, that is the next enzyme, which is referred to as trypsin. Trypsin is also being secreted in the pancreas, and it is responsible for breaking down the protein to peptide and amino acid. The next one is lactase. Lactase is secreted also, you have it in the small intestine, and helps in the conversion of, or the breaking down of lactose to glucose and galactose. Lactose is that particular uh the sugar that is found uh in dairy, that is in dairy products, like you talk about yogurt and other stuff. So it is lactase that helps to convert the lactose there to glucose and galactose. Then you have sucrase. Sucrase is also being secreted in the small intestine, and it helps in the breaking down of sucrose to glucose and fructose. Then the next one that we have, the next enzyme that I have here is maltase. Maltase is also being secreted in the small intestine, and it converts maltose to glucose. Then bile actually contains a bile salt. It is actually, the source is bile salt, but it is being secreted by the liver and stored in the bile, stored in the gallbladder, and when it is time for it to be used in the digestive system, it flows through the bile duct into the digestive tract. Then we have another enzyme that is referred to as a chymotrypsinogen. Chymotrypsinogen is found in the acinar cells of pancreas. It is important in the breaking down of amino acid, of protein into amino acid. Amino acid, the same thing with another enzyme that is called carboxypeptidase. Carboxypeptidase is actually found in the acinar cells of pancreas. And what this enzyme does is that it helps in the conversion of protein to the terminal group of amino acid. That is the last group of amino acid, the last part of amino acid. That is what it does. So these are the enzymes, the digestive enzymes that are present in our body and how in the digestive system of every individual. Now, looking at this digestive systems, we discover that this digestive system, in the digestive system, you have these enzymes, the digestive enzymes, but you also have the digestive enzymes. We have some enzymes that are present, that some of those digestive enzymes, they are present in the foods that we eat, especially in the fruits and vegetables. Most of these fruits and vegetables that are rich in digestive enzymes, when we consume them, it boosts the process of digestion because they increase the digestive enzymes in the body. The first one I have here is pineapple. Pineapple contains what we refer to as the bromelain, which helps in the breaking down of proteins. We have another one that is referred to as papaya. Papaya, that is one that is commonly known as a pawpaw. It contains papain. Papain helps in the breaking down of a protein. We have mango. Mango is rich in amylase, which also helps in the breaking down of carbohydrate. Banana contains amylase and glucosidae, which is important in the breaking down or the digestion of starchy foods. Then kiwi. Kiwi contains the actinidine, which aids in the digestion of protein. Avocado contains the lipase, which is used in the breaking down of fats to fatty acid and glycerol. Then some of the vegetables that we have that I've listed here, like ginger. Ginger contains that particular enzyme, syngibae, that helps in the breaking down of a protein. Then carrot contains the amylase, which is important in breaking down starch. Then honey contains amylase also, which is important for breaking down the starch into proteins. Then, it contains, for breaking down starch, then it also contains proteins, which is important in breaking down protein digestion, and as well as containing the invertase. The digestive enzymes that we have, and these are examples of some of the fruits that contains, some of the fruits and vegetables that contains, there's digestive enzymes. Thank you.